Reports have surfaced that Liverpool had strong interest in Barcola as the January window approaches. Arne Slot could potentially be replaced by Xabi Alonso if Real Madrid pull the trigger on the Spaniard, and Marc Guéhi's price has been set for January, and I don't know if Liverpool will like it. People, it's Monday night, so you know what that means. It's the Monday Night Live show. Sit back, relax. Let's get back into it.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-ish.
Being free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on, tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, we the best, we come again. Kop-ish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap, and drifty go on, tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kop-ish, this is Kop-ish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that, this is Kop-ish, this is Kop-ish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-ish.
Good evening, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please do like the video, subscribe, but also make sure you check out our sponsors, okjersey.com. £15 for your shirts, whether you want to buy a Liverpool shirt, might not want to at the moment, any other teams, international jerseys as well, whether it be this season's, last season's, or kits from the past. Make sure you head over to okjersey.com. £15 and you get a further 8% discount if you use the promo code Kopish without a hyphen. That is Kopish. Go and check out okjersey.com. Drift, how you doing, bro?
I'm all right. Yeah, life's a bit weird at the moment, isn't it? But yeah, we fight. We get through it. We'll be all right. The only thing I want us to do today, and I'm sure we won't, but like we're on such opposite ends of the scale. I just don't want the whole conversation to just be, why should he be here? Why shouldn't he? You know,
No, I'm not even gonna do that, bro. Like, I told you, I've had my moment.
People are expecting me to give up on him soon. And to be honest with you, maybe I will. But, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Well, they want you because of the video you did, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the same reason people got onto me when I did the video.
But again, if you don't understand what I was saying in the video, fair enough. But I do think he deserves a little bit more time. But, you know, we'll see.
When you say a little bit more time, what does that look like to you?
Do you know what, bro? If I'm being totally honest with you, it's not even about the results. It's about when I see that it is that he's lost the players. If I don't feel like he's lost the players, then I'm not going to give up on him because I think he's too good of a coach to not eventually get it right. But I'm worried that it could be, or I'll be worried when I think the players have given up on him. So whatever that sign may be, I don't know what it will look like just yet. But when I see a sign that I think the players have given up on him, then he's got to go whether I like him or not. So,
okay,
that could be next game. It could be a month's time. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's happened already.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I tell you what really signified it to me. Ibu's reaction to being subbed off
when he started to laugh or smiling.
Yeah. That to me suggests he's like, what's the point?
You could be right. You could be right. I would think that's a little bit grand coming from him, considering he's having a poor season. But at the same time, like I get what you mean. Like maybe he's just frustrated. I don't know.
I think the frustration with Ibu, and you're absolutely right. His season has been, on the whole, it's been poor. But for me, if I'm Ibu, I'm looking at it going, okay, so whenever things are bad, no matter what's going on, I'm the first person you sub off. And you put a centre midfielder in my position. That's how I'd be looking at it. I'd be looking at it like, what's the point? And then if I'm Joe Gomez, I'm like, oh, so no matter how bad Ibu plays, I can't play. And then if I'm playing and watching him play bad, if I'm on the bench and watching him play bad, then Gravenberch is going to take my position anyway. So what's the point?
Do you know what's crazy, bro? Yeah,
I think Kiesa's probably done with it.
I could be wrong here, But I've got a feeling that the reason he's not playing Joey and he's playing Ibu, even though Ibu's playing poorly, is because regardless of how bad he's playing, Ibu still has very good aerial stats, and he is one of the best headerers in the league. I think he's one of the best headerers in the world in terms of a defender. Like, I think we're getting lost in how poor he's been this season. Ibu's top quality. I really want people to stop mixing his current form with his actual overall ability as a player. Like, a lot of people are doing that, crashing on him and saying Ibu is an excellent centre-back. Let's not get it twisted.
He's not showing it at the moment, though, Drew.
No, he's not. But form can happen. Mo Salah's one of the best players in the world, and his form stinks. So, like, it can happen. But I think that's why he might be playing him, Cal. Because one thing about Joey that I will say, and you know I love Joey. He's one of my favourite players. I think he's brilliant. But one of the one things, even when he's banging form, one of the one things he's not great at is concentration when the ball's in the air. That's probably been one of the only ever criticisms I've had of him.
But he is good playing the ball out with his feet, though. And that's something that Slot likes and wants.
But so because the Premier League has gone so long ball throwing, bro, he's probably worried that little lapse in concentration that Joey can have when the ball's in the air and that misjudgment he can have when the ball's in the air, it would be even worse if Ibu wasn't there to help clear it. Do you get what I mean? Like, if Joey was in it might get worse. And
here's the issue with that, Drew. The frustration I have with our team when it comes to set pieces, goalkeepers are both tall. Kirkes isn't short for a fullback. Bradley's not short for a fullback. In fact, Bradley's pretty tall.
He's only like 5'9" or something. I mean, he is quite short.
I think Kirkes is about 5'11".
No, he can't be that tall.
I think it's just because he's so stocky, he looks a lot shorter. But
are you sure about that?
Yeah, I think Kirkes is 5'11". Bradley's about 6 foot. Bradley's about 6 foot. Ibu, Virgil, and Joey, they're all 6 footers. Gravenberch is 6'3". Sobo's 6'1". Jones is 6'1" or 6'2". Then you've got Gakpo 6'4". Isak and Ekatike are both 6'4". Like, we've got enough height in the team. There's just no
fucking hell. You're right, bro. Fucking hell, Kirkes is. He is 5'11".
It's because he's so stocky, he looks short.
No, but I'm not gonna lie, you know, bro. No, now I know he's 5'11". I'm actually really disappointed in him because he doesn't make himself available aerially at all. For 5'11", he should be way better in the air than he is.
I know.
Oh yeah, I'm really disappointed finding out he's 5'11". I thought he was like 5'8", 5'9". I didn't think he was 5'11".
5'11", bro.
Yeah, he's got to fix up in the air, man. Fucking hell, bro.
But Bradley's not short either. Like, Bradley, like,
no, yeah, I reckon Bradley is about 6 foot for real. I'd agree with that. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised
if Kirkes is 5'11".
So for me, it's like I have very little excuse for these players. And again, I'll make it clear, as much as I'm Slot out, as much as I think he holds the majority of the blame.
They're the same height. Bradley and Kirkes are both 5'11". They're the same height.
They can't be.
Well, that's what it's saying here.
Bradley had a growth spurt since he dropped into the team, you know. Bradley tall now.
It's saying the Irish Football Association has reported his height as being 1.8, which is 5'11".
Wow.
Maybe because he's slimmer, he seems taller. Like you said, because Kirkes is a bit more wham, maybe that's why he looks like he's a bit shorter. But for real, so we don't have a small defense. 2 5'11s and 2 6'3", 6'4". We ain't got a small defense at all, for real. There's no reason why these men should be getting beaten in the air as much as they do. But you know what it is, bro? I don't even think it's necessarily the initial header. It's always the second ball. That's my issue. There's no drive, fight, and desire and anticipation for the second ball.
That comes down to coaching as well, because our marking system drift is all over the place. But Murillo got the ball, was able to bring it down and shoot, bro. That's a marking thing.
No, but that's all the players not paying attention, bro. I counted 9 players in the box. Not one of them was close to Murillo. That can't be tactics, bro.
How is it not drift? It's
just ball watching, bro. It's just our defenders are just ball watching.
So why is it Arsenal and all these other teams don't suffer from this then?
Because they're not ball watching. They're on it. They're aware. They're using their anticipation.
It's coaching, knowing where the ball might go.
I don't know, man. These same man coached the best team defending set pieces last season. I'll be very shocked if he all of a sudden don't know how to do it all of a sudden, and now we're crap. Because we had the best defensive record from set plays last season.
So this is what I'm saying. We can't give the manager credit for that and then when it's going bad, say it's the players.
No, it's a combination of both. But I just think in individual moments like yesterday, with 9 players in the box and not one getting to Morello before he takes that shot, Slot can't do nothing about that. He can't, bro. That's just ball watching. That's just people standing around not doing their job. But again, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Look, let's start with the first story of the day that's come out today from Fabrice Hawkins. Liverpool apparently in the summer had very strong interest in Barcola and even apparently made an approach for him. Now, I don't know how true this is or not, although a report did surface the other day that Liverpool didn't go for a left winger in the summer because of the situation with Rio. Barcola, I know he splits opinion. Is he the type of profile you'd look for in a left winger? And if so, yes. If not, why not?
I think he's got everything we need from a left winger apart from finishing. So it depends what you want. If you look at the fact that we've obviously got Ekitike and Isak up front, maybe we don't need a goal-scoring winger anymore. Maybe we need the one who will create havoc and can pull the ball back, cut it across the face, that type of stuff. I think Barcola's good at doing that type of stuff. It's just his finishing I worry about.
He got 14 in the league last season, 17 in total, I believe.
No, I know. His numbers actually are quite impressive. But when I watch him, though, bro, he's not confident in front of goal at all. He's not a confident finisher. He never fills me with confidence whenever he's in on goal. When I watch PSG and I see like Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, and Guehi, for me, I think finishing is like the only thing that they're inconsistent with. I think they're good players. They're just inconsistent with their finishing. So, yeah, I'd take Barcola at Liverpool, but it'd be way down the pecking order of like, do you know what I mean? Of like who I would want. But he's a good player. There's no doubt he's a good player. And he's young. He could improve on his finishing. You know what I mean? So,
who would you rather have out of him and Semenyo?
Oh, Semenyo. Yeah, for sure. I think Semenyo is more suited to the Prem because he's been here. And I think Semenyo's got better finishing. Plus, Semenyo's both-footed.
Very true. I'd actually say in terms of tight spaces, I think Barcola might be the better dribbler, though.
Yeah, he's more skillful. I'll say Barcola's more skillful than Semenyo. I agree with you on that, yeah.
I'd say he's the better dribbler. And this is not me saying that I think Semenyo is a bad dribbler, by the way. I think Semenyo relies a bit more on his pace and athleticism as opposed to his trickery and his footwork. Not to say he can't do those things. I just think he relies a bit more than Barcola does. Barcola obviously uses his attributes. I just think Barcola in tight situations, I think would be slightly better.
Yeah, I know you're going to hate me for saying this because you're going to think I'm making a comparison. So I'm not making a player comparison as in, is he as good as him or whatever. But in terms of just profile, I think Semenyo's the closest that we can get to you one in Kvaratskhelia.
Ooh.
2-footed, can play on both wings, creative, a difference maker. He's just a level lower. But he is, but in terms of like profile, he's the closest we can get to getting the Kvaratskhelia that you want.
I don't think they're anything alike.
I do. Like I said, both 2-footed, both good finishers, both can play on either wing, both can play down the middle, both have tenacity, both good at closing down and pressing. Like I think they're very similar in terms of their profile. Maybe their attributes are slightly different, but I think their profile. I think you play both of them for the same reason. If that makes sense. So if you've got them in the team, I think they do the same job for you.
Oh, I don't know about that, Drift. I rate Semenyo. Don't get me wrong. I do rate Semenyo. I don't think they're similar in the slightest. I tell you who Cravo reminds me of. He reminds me of a better version of Jack Grealish.
Nah, because I don't think Grealish uses pace and power, whereas Kvaratskhelia uses pace and power.
No.
Yeah, bro.
No, I don't think he uses pace and power.
I mean, when I watch him, he does. He's very aggressive. He's very good at like.
He's got a turn of pace on him, but I'd say Semenyo's more the pace and power guy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm. So, I'm not saying that they're the same as in the way they play football. Maybe that's what's getting misconstrued. They don't like. If you actually watch them both play, they don't play the same way. but they do the same job. Does that make sense? Like, they're both ball carriers, they're both goal threats, they can cover both flanks, they're versatile, their pressing is good, they're tenacious. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, so I don't think they look the same.
In that aspect, yeah. In that aspect,
yeah. I don't think they look the same when you watch them play, but I think they do the same job. They're the same profile of winger. Does that make sense? So, like, whatever job you wanted Kvaratskhelia to do, I think Semenyo can come and do that same job in a different way, maybe slightly, but I still think he would do the same job. So that's why I like that. I mean, I'm a Semenyo guy anyway. You know that. I've liked Semenyo.
Yeah, I know.
For a while, so.
Here's the thing. If I was to ask you right now, who's better out of Barcola and Gakpo, who would you say?
Gakpo.
See, I don't think he is.
I just think Barcola is what everybody thinks the team needs, which is that pace to run in behind, because we don't have that pace from the wide areas.
I don't think we have. It's not even that pacing behind. It's this his unpredictability. Oh, bloody hell, did Everton win? They went down to 10 men.
That's crazy. And like, big up Sammy. Sammy was telling me they went down to 10 men because they were fighting their own players.
Yeah, I heard he just a guy on the game slapped his own player or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So we're 12.
No, I'm not gonna lie, Cal. That's wild, you know, to slap your own player in the middle of the pitch and get a sending off for it. That's crazy.
We're 12th now, Drift.
False position. Don't worry about the league.
It's not. It's really not.
Don't worry about the league right now, guys, man. Don't worry about the league.
That's ridiculous, man.
It is, but don't worry about the league.
If I was to ask you a genuine question, I'm not trying to crash on Gakpo because I can say this about Salah as well. Where would you, if I was to say to you in world football, where would you rank Gakpo as left wingers? Where would you have him?
It's a tough one because it depends what you're looking for. And again, because having a bad season this season, it's quite hard to judge him. So I'm gonna go on like maybe the previous few seasons rather than thinking about this season. Because even Salah, we wouldn't be saying positive things about it. We're talking about this season. I'd probably say Gakpo's in the top 10. Because when he plays for Holland, he's brilliant. And his numbers are very good. I know he might dip in and out of form, but the fact that he's got 20 in all comps, if I'm not mistaken, for 2 years in a row, I'll still put him in the top 10. I would. I mean, if you can name me 10 more, then maybe I'll be willing to yield. But I would probably still put him in the top 10.
All right, challenge accepted. Cover.
Yeah.
Rafael Leao.
Ooh. As ability-wise, yeah. Don't know, though.
Leao definitely better. Vinny.
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
We'll agree to disagree just because I think Rodrigo's a bit overhyped, but okay.
Rafinha.
Yeah, I'll give you
that. Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
Doué.
Numbers wise, no. Ability, yeah.
Have I said cover already, right?
Yeah.
Who was the last one? I said Doué.
Yeah. And Doué plays more right than left, don't he?
No, he does both. Barcola, I think, is better than him.
Okay. No, I don't.
I'm going to go Yildiz from Juve.
I haven't watched enough of him to know whether you're wrong or right on that one.
I think Semenyo is better. That's
maybe.
10. That's 10.
Fair enough. Do you know what? To be fair, you're probably right because I'd say Doku's better than him. I'll say Rashford's better than him. So yeah, maybe he's not top 10 then. Top 15 or top 20 then.
Musiala, if he plays left wing.
He's more of a 10, but
does play more of a 10, yeah, to be fair.
Top 15 or top 20 then.
See, for me, that's not good enough for what we need, man. Not as a starter.
Are any of those people available though that we just named? Because that's the other thing as well. It's about availability. Can you get those guys that are better than him? Do you think we could sign any of those players you said? Barely any of them, to be honest.
I mean, Semenyo, we could. Rafael Leao, I think if we really push for. Rodrigo, I think we could.
You think so? He don't look like he wants to leave Real Madrid, man. He's hell bent on staying.
I think that's starting to change.
Maybe.
The issue I have is he's a squad player who is getting he's getting rewarded with playing time, and I don't think he's warranted it. And I look at the situation with Kirkes. We were doing the watch long. I remember when Kirkes made the overlapping run in the first half, and he almost just threw his arms in the air and would just walk back to the halfway line and just say, "What's the point?" Like the managers called it out in a press conference. Kirkes, you've seen his body language. Like, what more has to happen for him to go, "You're not doing what you should be doing"?
Yeah. But would you agree that going for Semenyo in January means the club always wanted a winger, they just weren't sure who it was, so they didn't pull the trigger? But now the season Semenyo's having might have given them the kind of confidence that he is the right player. Because to go for a winger after 4 months of the season starting, to me, means we always wanted one. I don't think that's a knee-jerk. Like, Liverpool don't really do knee-jerk with transfers. I reckon we always wanted one. We just didn't know which one to go for. So I think he might have been replaced. Ideally, they would have replaced him in the summer. They just didn't know which one to go for.
Well, we were told in the summer that they didn't want to block Rio's path, and even that report came out recently. My thing is with this, if you don't want to block Rio's path, for me, you keep Harvey Elliott then. And I'm not even saying...
They say that, Cal, but they say that about all youngsters. I don't know if I even agree with that.
No, but the actions kind of show it, Drift, because he's been in every matchday squad and he's a substitute that comes on regularly.
No, I know, but if you look at all players around 15, 16 years old, like in and around that bracket, when they're young, whoever does, like, look how brilliant Foden was. Guardiola took his time.
But I'm saying that's my point, Drift. The fact that Rio was thrown in and it was almost from day one, he was like, he's the backup left winger. That for me is a concern. And for me, if you're going to do that, I'd rather we kept Elliott and then Chiesa could have covered the left-hand side as well to just give a bit of a buffer.
But I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe Harvey wanted playing time, maybe, and that was one of the reasons why. In the end,
I think Harvey would have wanted guarantees from Slot, and I'll be real with you. Slot kind of treated Harvey crap from day one.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. And I think the fact he went on loan proves it as well. He was probably thinking, if I can prove myself at Aston Villa, then maybe I can come back and get game time.
No, but the loan's got obligation. The loan's it's a very low obligation. I think it's something like 10 matches or something like that, or 10 starts. And
are you sure it's definitely an obligation?
Loan to obligation, yeah. It's just
the funny thing is, though, it's kind of hindsight now, isn't it? With people thinking that Rio's not ready, because a lot of people said he was ready. I know you didn't. I was on the fence because I know a 17-year-old, that's a lot of pressure. But yeah, there was a lot of people that were like, he's ready, he's the truth. So it is a little bit of a revisionism now to go, oh, we should have bought someone, because it's like, now a lot of you lot said Rio was ready in the summer. We had a lot of conversations where we're like, is it though? It's a lot of pressure for a 17-year-old. And most people are like, nope, he's ready. Look at your Mal and da-da-da. So
big up to Tom Little in the chat. We've had talks bringing him back in January. I've said this. Yeah, I've said this. The only thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if we brought him back in January to sell him or loan him out again. But I'll be real with you. I'd be very happy bringing Elliott back into the squad. And look, I know he wasn't the most fashionable in names and this, that, and the other. Harvey Elliott, a lot of the times, coming off the bench with impact games. And I'll be honest, man management-wise, I think Slot treated him really bad. Genuinely do. He barely got any chances, was always kind of shown that he wasn't really a part of his plans and stuff like that.
I don't ever remember Elliott coming off the bench and letting us down, to be honest.
So I remember him coming off the bench and doing well. Crystal Palace away, when he came on, when we were losing when we were drawing with Newcastle when Nunez came on and got the brace against Newcastle, Elliott was excellent in that game.
Well, you already know that's my guy. I love Elliott. So, like, I would have had no issue with Elliott staying at all.
So, shout out to the chat. PSG away, bro. Come off the bench.
Yeah. Him and Nunez are the ones who made that goal, yeah.
Everyone's thinking, what? We're bringing off Salah. Elliott.
But you know what, brother? Again, I know a lot of people disagree, and I don't want to go back down this Nunez road, but I've always said the players like Nunez and Elliott, I felt like they were good squad players to have to bring on to change games, whether it be effort, pressing, pace, whatever it may be. Those were good players to have on the bench. I always said that. And I know we're getting money for both of them. We'll probably end up getting close to 100 mil for both of them, right? Like, what do we get? 50, 60 mil for Nunez. I think we're getting 30 for Elliott. So, like, I get the money we get back for them, but, like, sometimes it's more about who's better in the squad.
The Nunez one I disagree with, because I just think his confidence was shot to pieces, and it just wasn't working out for him here.
I know, but the profile of player is we could do with him right now with that pace and pressing and aggression.
I'll be honest, I think he was replaced absolutely adequately by Ekitike and Isak. If I'm going to
as a striker, but not as a squad player. Because I think he was impactful. I think he was impactful off the bench, and it's quite like unique. Like, not many players are like good at making impact off the bench. That's why I rated Harvey, that he always used to make some kind of impact off the bench. But again, like I said, I don't want to go like he's gone now. There's no point having that conversation. But there's just some players in the squad that I think we underestimated, that they did more than just score a goal or get an assist. Like they carried an element of aggression, pressing, danger, whatever it may be about them, that it helps. And we don't really have that now. Like, I look at our front line and our midfield and I think, where's the pace gone? You know what I mean? Like, seriously, where's the pace gone? Hugo and Isak aren't slow, but they're not rapid. And then outside of that, like, where's the pace gone, man? Soboslai, I guess he's the only quick one in the midfield, right? Yeah. We need some pace, man. We need some pace.
Do you think we have the worst wingers situation in the league at the moment, or out of the bigger teams, should I say?
No, I just think it looks like we do because of the way the season's going. On paper, Chiesa, Gakpo, and Salah are top level. But
all right, so on paper, so let's speak about this. So Chelsea's wingers at the moment are Neto, Esteval, Gittins, and Garnacho.
All crap apart from Esteval. I wouldn't take any of those players at Liverpool apart from Esteval. Honestly.
So you wouldn't say Neto is better than Gakpo, for example?
Nah. Couple years, like talent-wise, he's probably a more talented footballer. You know, I love him. A couple years ago, before that injury, he was next level. But bro, if I'm not mistaken, he only scored 1 goal last season.
He's on 4-2 so far this season.
I know, but 1 goal last season, bro. That
he didn't get.
Can you imagine if we had a winger who only scored 1 league goal?
He didn't get 1 league goal last season. He got 4 goals and 6 assists in the league last season.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at his stats right now.
He might have got some goals near the end. Because I'm not gonna lie, I remember when he was on like 1 goal and we were like 2/3 of the way through the season.
See, Gittins and Garnacho, I think, are very unproven still. Esteval, I think he's showing that he could be a top talent. But in terms of a force,
brilliant.
In terms of a foursome and how they're used, like, I'd argue say Chelsea's wingers are doing a better job and are better suited to the Premier League than ours are.
But that's what I'm saying. We're just looking at the way the season's going so far. We have to do more than that. Would you actually swap Chelsea's wingers for Liverpool's? That's more the question. Like, forget about form. We're playing poorly. It's very hard to judge against what we're playing now. Would you swap Chelsea's wingers for Liverpool's?
I'd probably swap Esteval for all of our wingers apart from Salah.
No, as a collective. So if I said to you, you have to lose all of them and gain all of them, not an individual thing. You have to lose every Liverpool winger and then you gain every Chelsea winger.
No, I wouldn't, only because I think Salah's the outlier there. if you're looking at Arsenal's situation now, I'm gonna be real. Saka and Madueke, and then Trossard, Martinelli, and Martinelli and Eze. Sorry.
No, but Eze's playing centrally. It's Trossard and Martinelli. That's the wingers. I wouldn't swap for Arsenal's either. Only Saka.
I'm pretty sure didn't Eze start on the wing yesterday?
No, Trossard was on the wing.
Was it Trossard on the wing?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Because Moreno was up front.
Oh, okay. I still would say Eze at the moment is probably better suited to left wing than what Gakpo and Chiesa are, though. As a foursome, you could arguably say Arsenal are in a better situation than we are as well from the wings.
No, but I mean, I think that's why Arteta doesn't play him there anymore, because he gets lost in the game out wide. Eze's got to be central. He's not that he can't play there, but he gets lost out wide. So
do you
why
think
are so many people in the chat saying that Xabi Alonso might be getting fired?
Yeah, there's strong rumors. That's what one of the topics we're going to speak about.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, apparently him and the Real Madrid players aren't getting along.
You know what it is, bro? Like I said, I just think sometimes it's very easy to get lost in the moment. And I'm not even saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying in general, like I think it happens a lot in football. People get lost in the moment. So if someone's in bad form or someone's in good form, it always changes the way they feel about a situation.
Yeah,
and that's a very fleeting way to look at things, because things change. In terms of like just overall ability and what they've done in their careers and how effective they've been, none of Arsenal's players other than Saka were better than Gakpo. They're just not. It's just Gakpo that ain't looking right at the moment. But Martinelli, Trossard, and Madueke are not better than Gakpo. They're not. Gittins, Neto, Garnacho, they're not better than Gakpo. It's just they're looking better at the moment because
I think Neto's a better player than Gakpo.
He's a better player, but I don't like the numbers. Even if he did get 4 and 6, that's 10.
Eze's a better player than Gakpo as well.
No, but Eze's not a winger though, bro. He's a number.
No,
10.
I agree, but he's a better player than Gakpo. But as a winger,
yeah, he's a better player. I just wish we could get the Holland Gakpo at Liverpool. Like he always balls out when he plays for Holland.
We're not going to get that Holland Gakpo at Liverpool though, because the level of opposition at international is so much lower than the standard of club football now. There's a handful of top international clubs. So remember, some of these teams are playing like no, it's not. When you're playing against a Lithuania and all this, with all due respect to those players, I don't think anyone could name me 3 Lithuanian players.
No, but what I mean is playing for your country is pressure just in itself. And once you've got that shirt on, you feel the pressure no matter the opposition.
You do, but if the opposition's an easy opposition to play against, you're not going to feel it as much.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I do. I worry about our wing situation. And even if we were to sign Semenyo, I'd still worry about it because of how our wingers are employed. The issue I've got with our winger situation, and this is why the substitution frustrated me so much, especially when we brought off Isak. Ekitike likes to drift wide to pick up the ball, which is fine. But Cody Gakpo doesn't hold wide. He wants to cut inside. Salah doesn't really hold wide. He wants to cut inside. So you're congesting the middle so much. It's unreal. And then when you bring off Kirkes to do that and Robbo's not overlapping, it's even worse. If Gakpo used Kirkes' overlaps, I wouldn't mind at all, because it actually make Gakpo's life easier as well. It doesn't make sense.
Do you know what I think the problem is with Gakpo? And it's all on him. It ain't even anybody else's fault. I just think that he's trying too hard to be a hero. And maybe he feels like if he doesn't score, nobody thinks he's good enough or whatever. So the only way he can contribute is to score. And that's why he just keeps trying to cut inside and shoot all the time.
But he's been like this from PSV days. That's his game.
No, but I don't think he used to do it as desperately as he does it now. He used to mix it up more. He's become way too, I just want to shoot all the time. He never was like that at the beginning.
He kind of always been like that.
He used to arrive at the back post well and stuff. Like he doesn't even make those runs anymore. Now it's just go wide, get the ball, cut inside, shoot. It's like all he wants to do.
No, he did. He arrived at the back post against Man City. Arrived at the back post, bro, and he didn't score.
No, I'm not saying he never does it, but like I just mean like he used to do it a lot better last season than he's doing it now.
But at the same time, we're not really creating those chances this season.
I mean, against Nottingham Forest, he did really good wing play, and then McAllister's shot was blocked off the line. Like, he's capable. He just got to do it more. If he goes to the byline more, he'll be so effective. He's just got to like do it more. I don't know why he's just obsessed with this cutting inside and shooting thing.
Very weird.
And he's got a good cross of his left foot. That's another thing. If he goes to the byline, he can actually cross because he's got a good left foot cross. I don't know what's going on. He's in his head too much at the moment. I don't know. But most of the Liverpool players look like they're in their head at the moment. So it is what it is. You know what I mean?
So if I say to you right now, Drift, you can sign one winger in January, who would it be? Is it Semenyo without a doubt?
Yeah. If you're talking about like money's no option, then maybe I would go and get someone who's got more promise, like a Guehi or something like that. But if you're talking about being realistic,
Guehi's not leaving PSG though.
No, that's what I mean. Like, if you're saying the fantasy thing, forget money, who do you want? Then I'll probably go and get someone like Guehi. But if you're talking about literally who is realistic, then yeah.
Do you know, shout out to A9. What about someone like a Fofana?
Nah, not another 21-year-old who's got to like still find his feet as a top level footballer. Nah. As backup, yeah, but not as an actual starter. And again, how much different is he to Rio? I know he's got a little bit more experience, but like, how much different is he to Rio?
Very different.
You think so?
Yeah.
They seem like the same profile to me. Skillful winger.
Antonio Nunez is a shout as well, you know.
What's Fofana do? Because the only thing is, I haven't paid attention to Fofana this season. I only watched him last season. Is he doing well this season?
I'm not actually too sure, but from what I've watched of him, he's not like he's not. There's similarities with him and Rio, but there's a lot of differences as well. Antonio Nunez is a good shout. Yildiz obviously at Juve, but Nunez is a really good shout. Surprised none of the big teams went in for Nunez, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, we'll see, man.
You know what? Shanti's got a point. He played for Everton, so it probably wouldn't happen. And Dye is a little bad boy, you know. They've got a little. They've got a little gem there.
He might be a small fish in a big pond. It's like big fish in a small pond, though. I say that, and they're above us in the league, though, so I can't even shade them.
But he looks good, though. And he looks good, bro. I like him. He looks like a good. I don't like rating Everton players, but he looks like a good player.
Shout out to Tom Little again. Buying space with Nagelsmann news. I'll check that out in a minute, Tom. Or if you could get me the quote, that'd be appreciated, please, bro. Shout out to the Herbs, man. Big respect to the Kings. I was shocked when Cal made the Slot video. I was flabbergasted, but although I'm not Slot, I'm very, very concerned. Hear it.
Yeah, big up Herbs, man, every time.
Jeez, massive one here. Big up. I believe this is Rack.
I'm not sure, but big up, man.
Yeah, big massive big up.
Big up, man.
Huge super chat. Extremely grateful, man. Hi, bros. On the topic of the manager, I totally agree with Cal. I think that things since last year's second half, we're not looking that good. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm proved wrong and the manager can fix it. But to be honest, I hope it's not too late for top four. I'm concerned about Champions League spots.
No, we'll get it right enough to get top four. I'm not worried about it.
We've already lost 6 games so far this season.
I know. You know, City lost 10 games, if I'm not mistaken, last season and finished comfortably third.
I think they lost.
Didn't City go 11 games without a win last season?
That was in all comps.
It wasn't in the Prem.
So City had 9 losses, 8 draws. We've already had 6. We're going to have more than 3 losses between.
Think about it. 9 losses and 8 draws, count. They still finished comfortably third.
Yeah,
that is a lot of drop points, you know.
We're not even having draws, though, Drift. That's the problem.
But I'd rather have a win and a loss than 2 draws as an example. So, like, yeah, I know it does look terrible, but in terms of top 4, I don't think we got to worry about top 4 yet.
Shout out to Tom. Says Hughes has had initial contact with Nagelsmann's agent and he is potentially open to a move post World Cup.
Well, that would mean we've got to finish the season with Slot then.
No, it doesn't. We could get an interim.
I know, but I don't want an interim situation. That's when you know the club's in a madness. What, a random guy for 4 or 5 months?
Well, we have to stop this bleed in some way, shape, or form. Drift. I can't see Klopp staying here when the players don't really want to play for him and all that. Mozzie says we are officially below Everton in the Premier League table. Yeah, we are, man. Tagree says Morton said no matter what you do, you won't start. Pretty much did. That's really damning for a player to say that. And look what Morton's doing right now as well. David Gray say, good to have you back, Drift. Big up, Cal, mate. Keep your head up. Slot, eyes emoji. Hear you, brother. Hear you. Cal says, have you spoken on the buying space quotes? Interesting. Yeah, gonna delve a bit deeper into that. Big up to Mantis says, Drift, good to see you had some face, no pause. Big up yourself, Mantis.
Big up, man. Big up.
Ash says, Cal, Cass was pressing you today. Pause. He ducked out of his live stream when we questioned the United loss. That behavior is hilarious and pathetic. Big up. Yeah, if Liverpool were in a better situation, I'll be calling KG and Cass and all them right now, but can't even really do that, if I'm going to be honest. Let's move on. Obviously, we'll speak about Nagelsmann in this section as well. Xabi Alonso. Now, this is how crazy football is. Xabi Alonso is top of the league in Spain by a point, but he's still top of the
only
league.
by 1 point, isn't it?
But he's still top of the league.
Yeah.
However, the talk is he could be sacked. The talk is he's not really liked by the Real Madrid players, and Vinny has apparently come out and said he's not going to sign a new contract if Xabi Alonso stays there. Me personally, if I was Real Madrid, I'd probably cash in on Vinny and buy other players to bolster up the squad, but I doubt they will because I think they see him as a marquee player. Would you look at Xabi Alonso, Drift? Let's say Xabi Alonso was sacked in the next couple of weeks. Would you look at Xabi Alonso as a replacement for Arne Slot?
Yeah, he's a good manager. Yeah. Like, I'll be honest with you, bro. See, when it comes to Real Madrid, as successful as a club as they are, they're a weird club. Their fans are weird. These are the same fans who booed Cristiano Ronaldo.
And Modric.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, shout out Sammy, because that's my little bro there. And he's a Real Madrid fan. But Real Madrid fans in general are really spoiled brats, bro. Like, really spoiled brats. Like, if you think about how much success they get on a yearly basis, and then if they have one little dip, the way they throw their toys out the pram, they are what you call the definition truly of entitled. And to be top of the league and be complaining about your manager just because he's not quite doing things the way you want, but he's top of the league.
See, do you know what? This is where I slightly disagree. Now, everything you said about the Modric, the Ronaldo and stuff and all that for me is something that they should be proud of, that they do feel like that, though, because it means they're successful.
Yeah, but entitlement is you know what I mean? Like, nobody has a God-given right to be the best.
No, but if you're...
And they truly believe, bro, that they should just always be the best. Like, they really do. They look down on the rest of football.
I admire that, Drift. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually admire that.
I don't, bro. I think sometimes you got to take your licks and then you come back. It makes the victory sweeter when you feel the defeat. Do you know what I mean? That's just life in general, bro. Why do you think God invented good and bad? If everything was just always good, we wouldn't appreciate the good. Sometimes you got to go through some bad. And they just believe that it should never be that case. Like, they're a proper entitled group, man.
Man City just went 4 in a row in the Premier League, bro.
Like, yeah, but look at their fans now. They're not crashing out. They literally are actually being the definition of, let's stick by this. We've got a good manager. It's not good at the moment, but we know what we've got. If that was Real Madrid, Guardiola would have been sacked, bro.
Maybe. But is there a correlation between that and being the most successful? Because they're effectively one of the most successful teams in the world.
No, but it just means that they're no barometer for what's really good
recently, like, anyone who's wanted to slot out has been like, the whole rhetoric has been, well, why don't you support Chelsea or Man City? Especially Chelsea. The whole Chelsea thing with sacking managers, but not being funny, like, Chelsea have been more successful in the last 25 years than pretty much every other team in the Prem.
No, I get that. But then again, and I'm not trying to be like this kind of like idealistic person or anything like that. But like, we do have conversations about this sometimes, and we're not like angry at football, and we're being a lot more neutral about things. I like my club having a soul and that family feeling, and Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, I'll be honest. Like, I wouldn't sacrifice my club having a soul for like just winning all the time, but like we're just this soulless club where there's no real meaning behind it, and it's like, do you know? Like, I wouldn't do that. I know people might think I'm crazy because people go, "Oh, sports about winning," but I don't want to be Chelsea or Man City. I don't want to be one of those football clubs, bro. They've got no soul in those clubs. Like, I love the fact of who we are, and I don't want to lose that just to be a winner. You know what I mean? And again, maybe people can say I'm being stupid and being idealistic or whatever, but I just wouldn't. I love the fact that we are who we are. You know what I mean? So I don't want to do this whole, like, don't give anyone a chance and no loyalty. It's just about winning. Sack this guy, move this guy, and do this, do that, do that. I don't know, man. You just become a soulless club. I don't want to be Chelsea, man.
I don't think you have to be as ruthless as a Real Madrid, but I definitely think we're way too nice. I definitely think we're way too.
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, maybe people could see, and the thing is, people.
Sorry to cut you.
Like,
I think we are almost the polar opposite to Real Madrid, which is what frustrates me because I'd rather sit in the middle. I think we're the polar opposite.
It is what I mean. I can see loads of people saying it's a loser mentality. Then that means that you're the type of person that would do, like, as an example, do anything for money. Like, how is it a loser mentality?
You can't say that, Drift, because that's two different things.
It's kind of the same principle.
It's not, Drift, because you know me as a person, bro. I'm not money driven. But
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying.
I'm not saying you're saying me.
But same principle.
No, but it's not though, because I want to win, but I'm not going to cheat to win.
But that's what Chelsea and City do. That's the point.
No,
they're soulless, Cal. They do cheat to win.
But I never. But once again, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to sit like a Chelsea, a Real Madrid, or a Man City. But I don't also want our mentality that we have right now as a fan base. I want us to be in the middle, whereby we can still have that family feel, but we have to be ruthless when we need to be as well. But I remember sitting there.
No, but ruthless to an extent.
Yeah, that's what ruthless to an extent is, bro. Like we are too nice as a club when it comes to that stuff. We do it with players, we do it with managers. We are too nice, bro.
No, but I don't think because the example we're using is Xabi Alonso being top of the league, but the fans want him out because they don't like the way.
No, that's ridiculous. No, that's ridiculous. I
thought that's what the premise of what we were talking about.
No, but what I'm saying, I can't sit here and crash out and say Real Madrid are wrong all the time because they are more successful than us. Chelsea.
I'm not saying they're wrong. I just think they're a soulless club. That's all. I just think they're a soulless club.
I agree, but I'm saying I don't want us to be like Real Madrid, where a manager comes in for 3-4 months and they're top of the league and we still go, no, we hate this guy or whatever. I'm not saying I want that, but I also don't want to be sitting here and we have players like Naby Keita see out a 5-year contract, players like Darwin Nunez here for 3 years, Brendan Rodgers who got flipping beat 6-1 on his last day of the season, but still starts the new season with new players. Like, I don't want to be in that realm. I'm sick of being in that realm. We're not underdogs. I don't want to be an underdog. I don't want us to be treated as underdogs anymore. But at the same time, I don't want us to be a Real Madrid. And I think you can comfortably sit in the middle without being a heartless, soulless club and not being too sentimental and too nice, which is what I think we are. We don't have a balance.
I hear you. I get what you mean. I mean, it's funny. Our mantra is you'll never walk alone. So it's kind of like, you know, something we kind of should live up to a degree, right? Like it should just be a...
See, that right there is what winds me up as a Liverpool fan. We have a slogan, you'll never walk alone. Me saying I don't want to keep a player or manager is not me saying I hate said person. This is a sport. If said person isn't good enough, I'm not saying you chastise or abuse or anything like that, but I'm saying we have to move said person on. It's a sport at the end of the day. If that's the case, we should never sell anyone then. We should never aspire to wanting better players. We should just keep the players we have and just bring through academy players if that's the case.
No, because obviously there's a breaking point for everything. So the Naby Keita example, I fully agree with. He shouldn't have saw out the whole 5 years. It was obviously wasn't going to be able to stay fit and whatnot from ages, maybe 2 or 3 years before he actually left. So that part there, I agree. We went way too far the other way. But right now, a manager that just won us the league and going through poor form 2 or 3 months into a season, that I think is not sticking to the mantra if we're just like, no, get rid of him. Because you go through a bad time with somebody and hope they come out the other side. Can it go on forever? No. But like, I don't think a month of poor form, which is effectively what it's been.
It's not
is
been
like,
a month, Drift.
well, we won the first 5 games and we were doing well up until that point. So I'm talking about from when that went wrong, which was what, in September.
Yeah, we're almost in December now, bro.
Yeah, all right, 2 months then. I mean, there's 2 international breaks in there, which means that's a month of football that wasn't Premier League.
Bro,
so I'm just talking about
I've broken down all the results we've had since the beginning of 2025 to where we are now.
Yeah, but I like I said, I don't think
we've lost 17. We've lost 18 games this calendar year, bro. 18.
Yeah, but with context, it sounds worse than it actually is.
Brother, 18 games, bro. There is no context behind that needed. It's 18 football matches we've lost in 2025. That is appalling. We've lost more games than Man United, who we all ridicule.
Yeah, but again, like I said, we're in more competitions, and a lot of the games that we lost were because, like, I mean, this 6 or 7 losses now, whatever. But like, even like we'd only lost 2 games in the league until we won the league. And then the defeats afterwards were just because we was on the beach and we'd already won the league. Like, only 2 defeats in the league last season. That's good.
Drift.
Everyone who goes out of a cup loses that game. So like
Plymouth.
2 or 3 defeats are from cup games.
Plymouth was a terrible result. The Newcastle game, bro, that was on Slot.
I just think the players were tired.
Bro, we decided to use McAllister to man mark Dan Burns, bro.
No, but Slot himself even said because he wasn't used to not having a winter break, that little period he didn't rotate as much and we just got tired. And we could see they were tired because we got a second wind after that. Then we started winning games till we won the league.
Rest his soul, bro. Jota started that game against Newcastle was bang out of form. Nunez was actually in form then and he didn't start it.
No, I'm not saying the referee didn't. I mean, I'm not saying Slot didn't make some bad decisions. I'm just saying Newcastle just had a better game than us on the day. Flipping Crystal Palace beat Man City in the FA Cup final. Like, sometimes them smaller teams they just want it more. It is what it is. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, but that's the point, Drift. Like like the Newcastle game, we had so many warning signs in that game and just ignored it. Going out to PSG at home. Do you know why I could live with that? Because I don't think we deserve to even be in the tie after the first game. So I could live with the fact that Donnarumma put on a world class.
In the second leg.
In the first leg, not in the second leg, we weren't the better team.
Yeah, we were. Overall, we were the better team in the second leg. If you think about how unlucky we were with how many chances we had that we didn't take, we were the better team in the second leg.
We weren't the better team. We had a very good start, 15 minutes at the beginning of the game, and we had a very good 10-minute spell in the second half. But apart from that, PSG were way better than us.
I don't think they were.
Do you not remember the game, bro?
Yeah, we were frustrated at how many chances we were missing. Not that we were getting battered up by PSG.
The first 15 minutes, we were excellent. And we thought Salah should have scored. And I think someone else had a chance. I can't remember. But in the second half, there was a 10-minute spell when Trent basically got hold of the game. We had a goal disallowed. Then he got injured. And then after that, that was it. And in the first game, bro, they could have been 5-6-0.
Oh no, the first game. I don't think they were better than us in the second game, in the second leg. I don't.
So I can't moan about going out to PSG. Plus, we went out on penalties. It happens. I could live with that. I really could live with that.
We hit the post and the crossbar like 3 times in that game. It was just unlucky.
No, well, that's part of football, though, isn't it? Like,
no, I know, but I'm just saying. I think they absolutely battered us in the first leg, but I think in the second leg we edged it. It wasn't night and day. PSG weren't like out of it and we were badding them up. But I don't think they were the better team in the second leg. But again, we went
up today. Kwanzaa hit the post from a set piece. It's not like we carved them open or anything.
Yeah, but they didn't carve us open.
But their goal was carving us open effectively.
No, but that was in the first half. In the second half, they didn't carve us open.
There was a few.
If any team looked like they were going to score in the second half, I think it was us, not them.
Well, I think you're forgetting some of the saves Alisson made in the second half and in extra time as well.
No, extra time. Maybe that's why people are thinking that they were because in extra time, I agree they were better than us. I think we were better in the 90 and they were better because we were terrible for extra time. I agree with that. But in the 90 minutes, I think we were better. We just looked knackered when it went to extra time. We were just out on our feet. we were knackered. But I'm just talking the 90 minutes.
But to have 18 losses in one calendar year with the squad we have and the players we have is absolutely atrocious. Like there is no excuse for it whatsoever.
It's not good. It's not.
No,
good
it's atrocious, bro. It's worse than teams we laugh and ridicule. Teams with lesser players, teams with lesser managers, teams with lesser squads. It's atrocious.
I know, but like I said, it's still removing the context that we won the league, and some of those defeats were just. It is what it is. We won the league.
So all right. So let's say you take away the two results we lost after winning the league, right? Let's say those two. That's still 16 losses.
Yeah, but 8 of those are this season, right? Where we're having like this
but it's still the calendar year, bro.
No, but what I mean, so that's 10 out of those 16 losses that are like now and obviously like shouldn't be counted. Then 2 of the other ones would have been the cup defeats. Everybody who don't win the cup loses a cup game, so everyone loses.
We went out to Plymouth, bro.
No, it wasn't good. But what I'm saying is, everybody believed we should rotate. Man, that wasn't a Slot problem. We should have rotated. Gomez getting injured was a big part of that as well. I think we probably do win that game if Joey doesn't get injured like 20 minutes into that game or whatever. Like, I'm just saying there's more context to it than just we lost games, we're crap. The manager was crap in the tactics. Like, if you go through it, I think there's a lot more that you can add to it that doesn't make it as bad as what it sounds when you're just looking at it on paper and going, oh, look at that. Because like I said, 8 defeats this season. This season has been terrible. The 2 defeats when we lost the league were because we'd already won the league. The 2 cup defeats, everybody who goes out of the cup loses those games. So outside of that, what are the other 4? I can't even remember what the other 4 defeats were, but what were they? What was the context to those other 4 defeats from last season?
But we don't do this for any other. We
lost the PSV game because we knew that we was rotating.
No, that's probably the only one I can be cool with.
I'm not saying be cool with. I'm just saying there's context to add to it where it's not just the manager was crap and it's
that's my point. We don't sit. Bruv, if Man United was sitting there on 20 losses right now, we're not sitting there breaking down and going through the context. We're saying 20 losses in the calendar year is awful.
No, but that's because they haven't won anything, they haven't done anything, and their manager's never shown any promise at all. We've got a manager who has shown promise, has been good, and we won the league.
But that's even worse than if we've got everything in place and you're still losing these games. That's even worse, no?
It's not good to lose games. I'm just saying there's context behind it. Like we just said, PSV, we knew why we lost that game. Everyone loses a cup match unless you win. We
lost to Spurs in the first leg of the Carabao.
The Spurs are a good team, and then we turned it around and beat them in the second leg.
The Spurs under Poch, under Ange.
No, but they went and won a trophy though, bro. So they're still a good team. On their day, they beat City twice last season, if I'm not mistaken. They drew with Arsenal last season. Yeah, they had a terrible overall campaign.
City every year, bro.
On their day,
no, bro. That Spurs team
on their day, Tottenham can be a good team. They have plenty individual good results last season,
bro. That Spurs team that beat us were awful. Because look what we did to them in the second leg. They were awful, bro.
But that even more proves it was just one of those days, isn't it? Then we went through the second
why did these days always happen to us? That's my point. Why are they always happening to us then?
Well, they happen to everyone.
Not as regularly as they happen to us. Like, it just feels like you're not really comprehending what's going on here.
No, I am. I'm just adding context because I don't think it's always down to the manager. I think the players take a lot of responsibility. So do you still think it's 50-50 with the players and the manager? Yeah. These players, what they're doing is unforgivable, some of them. Like the lack of effort they're putting in is unforgivable, bro. I'm looking at some of them, I'm just like, this can't be. Someone said it before. McAllister didn't win a 50-50. As an example, I'm watching Gakpo always like not going into tackles. Kirkes not going into tackles. Ibu diving all over the place. Even Gravenberch yesterday going to ground, then he gave away a penalty, could have got himself in trouble. Like silly decision. I'm looking and I'm like, what are these players doing? So of course the manager's got to take some flack. But I'm also looking at these players and I'm like, what the hell are you lot doing? So why is I don't understand. Why is McAllister starting in the first place? Well, yesterday I think it was down to the fact that we got the injuries at right back. So he
We
put
had
Sober's right back.
We had Calvin Ramsey and Joe Gomez on the bench.
I don't think Calvin Ramsey playing would have helped. I don't. I think it's easy in mind.
Guarantee you would have helped. I guarantee it would have helped.
We'll never know.
Because you know why? It would have meant
do you think it's
hold
do
on,
you think
on
it's
right
fair?
back? Sorry, on right back drift. We can't even say who was playing right back. We were interchanging right backs during the game. I have never seen that in my life. I have never seen a game where two players interchange at right back. Not covering a position, literally swapping in and out of a position. Pause.
Yeah, I'm guessing he was doing that to maybe try to confuse Forest in terms of like not knowing who will be where. And Jones has played right back before, so I guess he was thinking.
But all it does is confuse us.
No, I don't think it confused us.
We didn't help.
Because none of the goals came down the right side, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think it confused us.
Their second goal came down our right hand side.
Did it?
Yeah.
So remind me of their second goal again.
He gets hit into the box. The person goes by McAllister, crosses it in, and then one of their players scores.
I only remember the last goal and the first goal. I don't remember the second goal at all. But I don't know. Again, I'm not saying what he's doing is right, but the players are still making it worse. They just are. So I think it's on all of them. I'm not defending Slot. I'm blaming all of them. Like you look at that goal we conceded against Man City, for example, the opening goal. I mean, what's Ibu doing? Like example, and then once you're a goal behind, you're chasing the game. You know what I mean? Like these type of things. It's like these individual mistakes. A lot of the goals we're letting in are just individual mistakes. It's actually quite scary how many goals we're letting in are individual mistakes. It can't always be the system to be blamed for these individual mistakes.
But kind of is though, Drift, because if there's so many individual mistakes, then systematically something's wrong.
Or maybe the players are just playing with low confidence. Remember when we lost 6 games in a row at Anfield under Klopp? We just lost confidence and we looked shot to pieces, and that was with an elite top level manager, and we still absolutely look shot to pieces.
But no, if you're going to do context, add the context to there. We had so many injuries that season, and those games we weren't getting, apart from the Man City game at home where Alisson had a real clanger. We lost that 4-1. We were losing games like 1-0. We weren't getting smashed to pieces, and we were creating clear-cut chances.
Until the Man City game and then the Nottingham Forest game, we were losing by narrow scores as well. Like a lot of our games have just been last-minute winners from the opposition, like Crystal Palace.
Two last-minute winners, Crystal Palace and Chelsea.
No, I'm sure someone else got a last-minute winner against us. Let me actually look at what our defeats have been this season. I'm sure City and Forest are the only ones that beat us like outright convincingly. Hold on, let me just look.
Man United was a late goal.
Yeah, Brentford was a last-minute winner. Man United was a last-minute winner.
Brentford was never a last-minute winner. They were 3-1 up with like 20 minutes to go.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Sorry, you're right. Man United, though, last-minute winner. Palace, last-minute winner. And the Chelsea last-minute winner. So 3 of our 6 defeats were last-minute winners.
Okay, so going by that now, so if you're saying that it's not as bad because we're losing games by last-minute winners.
No, I'm just saying we're not getting battered every game. That's all I'm saying. Like the Man City and the Nottingham Forest game, we got battered, but the other ones were last-minute winners.
How many of our wins at the beginning of the season were last-minute winners?
Most of them. But it's a close game. That's all I'm saying. It was a close game. We've only been battered in the last 2. Before that, they were all close. We could have won those games just as much as we lost them. Chelsea, we could have won the amount of chances we missed. Man United, we could have won the amount of chances we missed. Crystal Palace.
Hold on, wait. Man United could have been out of sight before we even got our first goal.
Nah, we had way too many chances in that game for us to have not won that game.
So did Man United in the first.
You know, Gakpo had a better GA than Man U in that game on his own. We should have won that game, bro. That game was not a game Man United should have won, bro. It wasn't. We
You
had
know,
with
you
the
know,
amount of chances we had that game
Gakpo's
was
GA for that. Sorry, XG for that game is actually not that high because the 2 chances he hit the post from weren't high ranking chances.
no, but his XG was higher than Man U's.
No, it wasn't because just because it hits the
It
post
was.
doesn't drift. Just because it hits the post, it doesn't mean it's a high XG.
No,
You
I'm
can hit
saying after the game, they actually reported a stat. I'm not saying this as an I'm guessing. That's why people were laughing after the game because they were saying, how did Man U win the game when Gakpo had better XG on his own than Man U did in the game? We should have won that game against Man United on chances created, bro. We had way more chances than Man U in that game. They didn't batter us off the park. They won the game and it's embarrassing, but they didn't batter us off the park.
You do know that XG, the total XG for the game between Liverpool and Man U was 2.61 for Liverpool and 2.53 for Man United.
Well, most of our chances must have been Gakpo then.
But that once again just shows that it wasn't night and day.
No, that's what I said. It was a close game. We weren't battered. That's the point I'm making. Like these.
No, I'm not
losses
saying we were
having,
battered, but I'm
we're
saying
not getting battered every game, no.
Man United could have been 2 or, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 up before we even got our first goal.
The Bruno Fernandes chance is the only one that I think you can count. The other ones, I don't really think they were great chances. But again, the point I was just trying to make is it's only 2 games where we've been like just absolutely battered, and that was Nottingham. And again, even the Forest game, for the first half an hour, we were actually good and we were better. I don't know. It's like our head, once we let in a goal, our heads just drop. And then the confidence goes, and then we just don't look like we know what we're doing. I don't know. The confidence is just in the mud right now. But like I said, I don't think we've been battered by many teams this season. So
if I said to you right now, you could get rid of Slot and get Xabi Alonso in tomorrow, would you do it?
I don't know. Maybe.
What about Nagelsmann?
Nah, because I'm not really sure about Nagelsmann. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm being unfair to Nagelsmann because I'm more thinking about the end of his Bayern Munich tenure, because he is a good manager generally, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll take Nagelsmann. Would you?
Yeah, I would over Slot. I would.
Interesting.
Over Slot, I would.
What about Alonso? Would you take Alonso?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Players aren't playing for him anymore. Not playing for him. And
if that's true, then
I actually understand it from the outside looking in, watching the games and what's being asked of these players. I fully understand it. Fully understand it. There's too many players in that team who have been misprofiled and mistreated. I fully get it. It's a miracle it's lasted this long with what they're being asked to do, some of these players, and how they're being treated. Too many players have been taken for a ride, in my opinion. Something's got to change. Can't get rid of all the players.
No, something's definitely got to change for sure.
I hope some of these supers. Shout out to Justin, says, what's up with Stefan B? No idea. No idea. Should be back fully training now, so no idea. Manti said, Slot said Dom plays LFC. He's used to. Slot said Dom plays for LFC. He's used to disappointment. I've not seen that quote.
That can't be real.
Yeah. JC says we need to change one way or another. Enough is enough.
I agree with that.
Rizu says, I'm gonna be real. United losing today made me feel a bit better. Not for me. Everton are above us now. Steve says we haven't played well since last January. Our performances has got worse as the year's gone on. Rizu says, I worry the board will sack him when it's too late. That's my worry as well.
It's already too late, though, because we can't win the league now.
Jay says, Nunez went missing. It was him. Isak gets a pass. Isak and Nunez is completely different because Nunez was actually getting several chances a game and missing. Isak is getting 14 touches of the ball. 14.
But nobody can tell me that Isak looks good.
I'm not saying he looks good, but I'd rather Isak not be involved in the game like that, or him get 4 chances and miss all 4 chances. I genuinely would. Because right now I can look at the situation and go, yeah, you know what? He's not even getting the chances. Nunez was getting clear-cut chances. Clear-cut chances. And
I definitely think Isak is getting away with murder, though. I do. And I'm not trying to like create something against him or whatever, but he's definitely getting away with murder. Hugo looks good when he plays. I don't really know what the excuse for Isak is. He doesn't look right. And I don't think it's just on Slot. He just doesn't look right.
How many times has he played with Wirtz?
No, but it can't only be if he plays with a certain player.
All right, so who's creating for Isak then? Genuine question, who's creating for him?
No, but Isak's the type of player who can create for himself. Why isn't he dropping deep and getting involved in?
With what midfield? What midfield to link up? Who's he linking up with?
How's Hugo looking good then?
How's who?
How's Hugo looking good, but Isak can't? Remember, they're very similar profiles, you know?
They're not similar. I keep on saying they're not similar profiles.
Bro, Isak is a dribbler. Isak can play with back to goal. Isak's got good hold-up play. Bro, Isak is literally the perfect striker profile-wise.
How many games has Isak played?
In all comps, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6.
And was he fit when
we got him? And he hasn't looked good at all.
But he's not. He hasn't had a preseason. He hasn't had a preseason. And
no, I know there are circumstances behind it. But are you honestly going to tell me that you think Isak looks right?
I'm not, brother. I just said to you he doesn't look great. But I'm going to sit here and also tell you, if we had Haaland in our team right now, who in my opinion is the best striker, all right, the best finisher, him and Harry Kane. If we had Haaland right now, Haaland ain't doing a damn thing in this team either.
No, he would be, bruv. We've created so many chances across the season. Well, even as bad as we've been, Haaland would still have scored more goals.
How many chances have we created for our striker?
Well, if you consider the position he plays in on the pitch in terms of like the way he likes to peel to the back post, he can come to the front post, whatever. I still think we would have probably had Haaland on about maybe 5 or 6 goals if he'd been here.
If Isak is touching the ball 14 times and Isak pulls out to the wing to get to the ball sometimes and all that, and Haaland predominantly stays central, how the hell is Haaland getting more touches than Isak? How is
because I think Haaland makes better runs than what Isak is at the moment. I think he would be stronger than Isak.
Who's going to find Haaland? Gakpo's crosses to the back post. Salah tries his Trivela, which 50-50 chance of working, or the back post cross, which usually floats out of play.
So how has Hugo look good then?
He just has.
Are we saying that Hugo's a better player than Isak? Then?
No, I'm saying right now Hugo Ekitike should be starting ahead of Isak, and that was why I'm crashing out on Slot for dropping.
No, but what is the reason why Isak can't? Like in all jokes aside, what can't Isak do that Hugo can?
I think Hugo. Well, in terms of currently he's fitter than Isak, so I think that's one of the things that plays into his hands. Actually, I think Hugo Ekitike is more robust in the challenge than Isak for a start. And I think he's better at dropping into the false 9 positions.
But this is the point. Because remember when we was having a conversation during the summer and I said that was why I was annoyed we bought Hugo if it was the only one we get, because he's not an out-and-out striker and I wanted us to get an out-and-out striker. And everybody told me that if we was to sign Isak, Isak can do everything Hugo can do.
No, but he can. You can do
that. So if Hugo can look good, then Isak should be able to look good, which is why I'm saying, yes, there are some problems.
He's just coming back into fitness and coming back into fitness.
But how long are we going to keep giving him the fitness excuse?
So when was the last time?
All I'm saying.
All right, let's be real then. When was the last time Ekitike had a good game for Liverpool?
It would have been the Real Madrid game when he came off the bench, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he played well in the Man City game, and he didn't play well in the Nottingham Forest game.
I'd say he played decent in the Aston Villa game.
No, he was good. He was good in the Aston Villa game. Yeah.
I actually don't think he was great against Real Madrid because he didn't get much of the ball.
All right.
He barely got the ball, bro. Frankfurt was his last good game where he scored the goal.
How long are we going to
give? Came from a run from in behind, something that Isak would thrive off. Again,
how long are we going to give Isak the excuse of fitness, though? Like, how long are we going to give him?
I'm saying Isak shouldn't even be starting right now, bro.
I know, but what I'm saying is this is our big signing. Like, he's got to come good at some point. When do we stop giving him the excuse of fitness?
When he starts getting some chances, bro.
I mean, he's snatching at every chance he does get. Because he's had a couple chances, you know, and he's snatched at every single one.
The best chance he's had since he's been at the club is the shot against the one-on-one with Man United. That's inexcusable. But can you name me any other clear-cut chances he's had?
Yeah, who were we playing when somebody pulled the ball back to him and he just absolutely mishit it?
That was the game.
And then against Nottingham Forest, he did the same thing. Someone pulled the ball back to him, he just absolutely mishit it. He's had more chances than you think, you know, and he hasn't looked convincing.
He really hasn't. He's had one clear-cut chance.
Nah, he's had more than one. He's had more than one, bro. I don't remember the games and stuff, but he's definitely had more than one chance. I'm just saying, I don't even think his movement's been good, Cal. I think Isak looks like everything considered, he's looked like the most bang average player I've ever seen. And like, I'm just thinking, like, how long are we going to give him? We can't just keep going, Slot's fault, it's Slot's fault.
So you tell me, how long does he get then?
Overall, he's got at least 1 or 2 seasons. But I'm saying, like, how long are we going to keep letting it be Slot's fault why he's not playing well? That's the point I make. Like, how long is it going to be before we go, we can't just keep blaming Slot?
When he genuinely starts getting chances, bro. He's getting no chances right now.
I don't know, man.
Bro, when we had Nunez play last season,
isn't looking good. His touch isn't looking good. I don't think anything about him looks good. You know what I mean? Like, if he looked all right and sharp in his movement, but then he just wasn't getting chances, I'd agree with you, bro.
But he's not going to be sharp. He's not going to be sharp now.
He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's not even making good decisions when he does get the ball.
But he's not going to be sharp. He's not going to be sharp for now.
But I can't even lie, bro. He looks slow. I don't know, but he don't look right, Cal. I don't think we can just keep blaming Slot for Isak. He don't look right, bro. There's something wrong with him. Something's wrong with him. Even his touches are off. Like, his control and everything, bro. He doesn't look right. I don't know what's going on with him, but he don't look right at all. But
someone here just said he's had 94 touches in the whole season so far. 94 touches in the whole season.
I mean, yeah, it's not good.
Chef Wesley, big up yourself for being a member for 20 months.
Big up.
Cook says, as S's Slot has been, if the players are giving up on him, they're a massive problem too.
I do agree with this. I don't want to dressing room with players who down tools to get a manager.
There's a difference between downing tool and not believing in a manager. There's a big difference.
I'm not saying they're down in tools, but they're definitely not making maximum effort, which I don't like.
Jay says Nunez was having games like that too last season, and we gave him the grace period and said that it's not his fault he's not getting chances. We said that in the Arsenal game. We said that in the Chelsea game when he came off the bench when Jota got the rib injury. This is what I mean. Let's if we're going to be consistent, let's be consistent. I can bring up all the games and the post matches from last season where Nunez weren't getting chances and none of us said anything bad about him. None of us said anything bad about him. We said he just didn't get any chances today. What could he do? He weren't getting any service. Let's not do that now. Because there's also games where I saw Nunez get like 4, 5, 6, 7 chances and not score any. Come on, we can't do this. What are we doing there, man? Can't be comparing Nunez to Isak, and Isak's been there for a couple months. Jay, Cal likes Isak game more. Nunez didn't get this. Nunez got 3 years at Liverpool. 3 years. So we're going to compare someone who got 3 years at Liverpool, missed more big chances than any other player we've had in our team. And we're going to compare him to Isak, who came to the club unfit and has barely played any minutes and has had 94 touches. Come on, man. Jay, you're better than this, bro.
You definitely can't tell me you haven't noticed Isak don't look right, though, Cal.
I've just said it about 5 times, Drift. I wouldn't be starting him right now. I crashed when he started at the weekend and said Ekitike should have been starting. And you bring on Isak for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. The game he should be starting is the PSV game. That's the game he should be starting. Not the one against Forest.
I just hope we haven't bought a player for that much money and it doesn't work out, man. That'll be a nightmare.
Jamrock, Chiesa's the only forward that looks to pass to Isak. Facts.
But I think the passing from the team in general has been really poor. And that's one of the reasons why I say, like, yes, Slot is to blame for a lot of stuff, of course. But at the same time, it ain't Slot's fault why these players are losing 50-50s, can't make 10-yard passes. All the decision-making is wrong. Like, we're going to be honest. Let's talk about our GOAT for a moment. Salah. Cal, when was the last time you think Salah made a right decision?
Salah's last good game was against Real Madrid. I've said this, though.
Like, how can we keep blaming Slot for the fact that a lot of these players can't even make 10-yard passes or make the right decision?
Why does he get to still play then, Drift?
Well, to be honest, like I said,
no. Slot could drop Salah.
You just hope that they like figure it out because they're so good. Like,
why can't
Salah's gonna get this right at some point? It's Salah. Like,
why can't Chiesa get a start instead of Salah or Gakpo?
No, I agree. Chiesa should be getting a start.
So that's on the manager then, Drift.
But I also understand why Slot's thinking, this is Mo Salah. He's going to stop playing crap at some point. Like, he can't just keep being
So
bad.
when does it stop then? Because we're 12 games into the Premier League season, and I'd count probably Salah's had I'm trying to think of... All right, so...
It will stop when he goes AFCON.
And then he'll be back into the team when he comes back then?
We don't know. That's the part.
Bro, of course we know, brother. Mamadash Villi's been good in goal. Alisson came back straight in the team. Isak, no. Isak. Ekitike has been good in the team. Everyone's saying Isak straight into the team.
No, but the context behind that would be is if Salah has a really good AFCON, then it would be understandable why he comes into the team. If he goes AFCON and he's crap, then it would be like, oh, what the hell's going on here? But if he has a good AFCON, you have to agree, it would be bringing back him, right? Because it's Salah.
Can you name me 2 games in the Premier League this season where Salah's been good?
No, I can't. He's been terrible.
So he's had 12 games of grace in the Premier League, Drift.
No, I know, but I agree he shouldn't be playing. I'm just saying I understand why the manager keeps thinking, no, this will be the game he plays well. It's fucking Mo Salah. And then surely he'll be good because you're thinking a talent like this, like he's not going to just be crap forever. Do you get what I mean? So like, that's probably why he's thinking, let me play him.
So what's the point of having a squad player then in his position?
Because some players, unfortunately, in football are just above the squad. Van Dijk, Alisson, Salah. Some players are just, they're so good, they just become above the squad. Whether it's right or wrong,
I'll be real with you. Then he ain't the manager for this club then. He's not.
No, but all managers do it, bro. All managers do it.
So why do you think Klopp dropped Salah towards the end of that season in his last season?
We always used to say Klopp had favourites. More than anything, that was the one thing people had a problem with.
But
someone will be playing well.
Salah was one of his favourites, but he still dropped him when his form was really bad.
Not really.
18-19, people forget, 18-19, Hendo was out of the team because of his bad form and only got reinstated into the team when he come on against Southampton, scored the goal to make it 3-1, and then went on a tear after that.
No, I remember when he got. But the point is, I'm not saying Klopp never did it, but generally speaking, that was what we used to have a lot of problems with. We used to have a lot of problems because we would always say there's some players in the team that because they've been his general, Klopp is just always going to be faithful to them. Remember Robbo, Alisson? Do you remember like Kelleher will be playing brilliant and then Ali would be fit again and he'd just go straight in and it'll be like, but Kelleher's been playing well. Like there was loads of times with Klopp that we were like, why is this player being dropped when he's in form? And it was just because Klopp was like, Robbo's fit again, Ali's fit again, Salah's like.
So is Slot scared of Salah then?
No, I just think all managers, like look, for example, right now, it looks like Arteta's going to win the league, right? Arteta at the moment is performing as the best manager in the league. Bro, you know he will never substitute Saka. He'll never substitute Rice. He'll never substitute Gabriel. And they were 4-1 up yesterday, and he left Rice on till the end of the game. He's going to run the man into death. But it's because he's He's one of his generals. Like, all managers have these players where they're not comfortable when these players aren't playing. And because Salah's so good, most of our managers are going to be like, I want Salah on the pitch. He's Salah. Do you get what I mean? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what they do, bro.
12 games this season, Drift, and not one of us can pick out one good game he's had.
And I agree. He should have been dropped.
Chiesa's come off the bench a few times and made an impact. Chiesa started the game in the Carabao Cup and was our man of the match. He was our player of the month. And how's he been rewarded, Drift?
Poorly. Very poorly.
So how do you think that makes him feel? How do you think that people in the squad who are friends with Chiesa, how do you think that how he views that? Joe Gomez is looking at Ibu. Joe Gomez is looking at Ibu thinking, right, he can't play any worse than he's playing right now. And he ain't starting games.
I agree with that. Those are some of the things I'm angry at Slot about. I agree with you.
Kirkes came to the club, Robbo was benched automatically.
No, but he has since rectified that, and Robbo has played a lot of games.
But again, benched automatically.
No, but everybody said he should be, though, so we can't do that revisionism.
Yes,
didn't we all sit here and say, I had to argue during the summertime for Robbo even staying as a squad member, Cal. Most people just wanted him gone. So, like, you know what I mean? That's what everyone wanted. Everyone wanted Kirkes to play over Robbo. It's just he started playing poorly, and then everybody changed their mind. But come on, Cal, you got to admit, everybody said Kirkes should start and Robbo shouldn't even be here.
Not everyone said that Robbo shouldn't be here.
A lot said Robbo shouldn't be here. A lot.
I have to go back and see that. Regarding who could potentially be here, who might not be, rumors are that we're still in for Marc Guéhi in January. However, Palace have apparently put a 40 million euro price tag, so about 35 million pounds, if we were to prize him out of Crystal Palace in January. Do you think we do it?
Not for 40. I can't see us paying 40 when we know that he's going to be free in 6 months. That's a lot for a player who's free in 6 months. 40 million euros, yeah?
Yeah, so about 35 million pounds.
About 35. Yeah, nah. But we, even in the summer, we didn't want to pay 35 mil. We ain't paying 35 mil in January.
Do you genuinely think if Guehi comes to Liverpool, he helps us?
If Slot is still the manager and wants to play out from the back, yes.
Shall I be real with you? I think Guehi's a really good defender. I don't think he helps us at all right now.
Okay. You don't think he makes us look better playing out from the back, though?
He may help us with that, but shall I tell you what? We'll actually look worse from a defensive standpoint because he's not as aerially dominant as Ibu.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand.
And he's not as athletic either. So the high line and then running back and all that.
I understand that.
I think
he'll be all right with the high line and running back, but the aerial stuff. Because during the summer, when I was excited about us getting Guehi, we didn't know the Premier League was going to go down this Sunday League route, where the quality is just so bad because it's just becoming long balls, throw-ins, and corners. So, like, I agree with you. Now, looking at it a few months down the line, I'm like, yeah, maybe Guehi might not be the greatest player to bring in right now when you need such aerial dominance. So I agree with that. That could be a slight issue. But in terms of the way we want to play, I think it will make us look better because he's better with the ball and he's better at making those runs from defense into midfield, which is why I think he plays Gravenberch there when we're chasing games. Because I think he wants Gravenberch to pick the ball up and drive with it like Matip used to, and Konaté's not able to do that.
Gravenberch can't do that from centre-back.
No, of course he can.
No, he can't.
Of course, bro, it doesn't matter where you're on the pitch. If you're a good ball progressor, you can do it. It doesn't matter where you are on the pitch.
Bro, you do realise getting the ball on the half turn and then dribbling past players is different from having the play in front of you and then going, I'm just going to walk into midfield.
It's harder. Do it playing on the half turn with back to goal, the facing goal. So it's harder.
Not when you're used to it. Not when you're used to it. It's not.
But come on,
Gravenberch, that's bread and butter for Gravenberch.
What he's thinking is, Cal, he wants Gravenberch to get on the ball and then if a space, and not just do it for no reason, bro, but if he sees a space, run into it. And Gravenberch is more than capable of doing it.
He's not done that once playing at centre-back for Liverpool. He's not done that once.
Well, then maybe that's just because the opportunity didn't arise.
Or because he's just not good at it because he's not a centre-back. He hasn't done that once since he's been.
I can't think of any other reason why he would play Gravenberch at centre back other than to progress the ball out from the back. Like I can't. What else could it be, bro?
Can I ask you when has Gravenberch played centre back and it's actually helped us? Apart from when we went down to Fulham 10 men. That's the only time I can think of a time where it worked. It actually hasn't worked once.
Probably, yeah. No, maybe not. Maybe it hasn't. No, I'm not saying he should do it, by the way. I'm just saying that's the reason why I think he does it. Because there can't be any other reason. And I'm sure there must be points during the game, Cal, where he is getting on the ball and running forward with it. Like, I don't remember it, but there must have been. Of the games he's been put a centre back, there must be times when he's got the ball and he's made a forward run with it. There must be.
When?
No, obviously, because I wasn't paying attention like that. Like, I'm not going to, off the top of my head, be able to remember. But there must be games. I don't know. Even
I'm not being funny. As bad as he's been this season, and he has been toilet water this season, Ibu's probably been more progressive with his passing from centre back than Gravenberch. And he's probably made more forward runs than Grav from centre back.
No, but that was just because he's played.
And this is the worst version of Ibu we've probably had at Liverpool.
Yeah, but he's playing every game. So that's a bit different, isn't it?
But that's my point. He's a centre back, so he's naturally going to be better. I couldn't put Ibu in centre midfield and be like, take the ball on the half turn and beat a couple of men with some body feints. Ibu would probably break something. There's a reason why players play in certain positions. There's a reason why Szoboszlai is a centre midfield as opposed to a right back.
I don't think he should be playing the centre back. I'm just saying the reason why he's playing him there has to be for ball progression. There can be no other reason why you would do that.
Oh, we're not progressing the ball with him at the back. Shall I tell you why we're not? Because Grav's the one that we usually give the ball to from the centre backs and let him progress the ball for us. That's what he was doing last season. That's why we were so good.
He was. I don't think it's a good decision to put him there, so I'm not even defending the manager on that.
So do you think if we don't get Guehi, do you think we sign a centre back in January at all?
Oh. Unfortunately, not. Only because I can't think who it would be. Can I throw a name at you? And it might feel a bit left field at first, but then afterwards you might kind of get where I'm coming from. Konza from Villa.
Oh gosh, no. Terrible.
You don't think he's a good player, no?
No. If people are frustrated with mistakes that Ibu makes, Konza's bad Ibu on steroids. Oh gosh.
No. When I watch him, he doesn't make that many mistakes.
Oh, Konza's terrible, bro.
Nah, he's not terrible. I think maybe you can think he's not Liverpool level. He's not terrible. I think he's a good defender.
He's terrible, Drew.
Like, who else can you think?
Terrible. Schlotterbeck.
Is he over his knee injury?
He's been playing.
I don't know, man. I don't know who's out there. Not many top centre backs out there, man.
We need to get one, and we need to get one fast. Because
we basically just need the bodies, not even just the player. Like, we need the bodies. We need to know we've got cover.
Yeah. Or maybe just give Joe Gomez a run out until he falls away. Like,
I'd probably play Joe Gomez against West Ham. I can't lie, I probably would.
Well, I'm hoping to see Joe Gomez play against PSV. I'll be very shocked if he doesn't start that game.
Do you know what? Do you know the only reason why I think people might get a bit disappointed if they think about rotation or whatever? Because we need to win that PSV game, he'll probably go strong. And because our form is bad, he's probably hoping we can get a win for confidence. So I don't think he's going to rotate much in that PSV game, you know. We do technically on paper need to win the game, bro. To get
we need to win every game, but we can't just keep on rinsing and repeat with the same 11.
I know, but the PSV game is important. We've got to win that game. We have to win that game. So I don't think he's going to change much in that game.
Ruij says, agree with Drift, either with Isak being £125 million player all would have expected more than one League Cup goal by late November. That I agree with. Ekitike hit the ground running, could have signed a 40 to 50 million pound backup after Ekitike, then a DM. The manager didn't want a DM.
I don't know. You just can't buy everybody all at once, I guess. So maybe he put it as the lower priority, but I don't know if I would say he doesn't want one.
Jay says Nunez was crap. I'm saying Isak is getting excuses. Isak's been here 3 months though, Jay, and we've actually watched with our eyes. He's been injured twice, if I'm not mistaken, and we bought him when he wasn't fit. It's him and Nunez comparisons are so far-fetched for me. It's unreal. It's unreal. Then the two situations aren't even remotely close. Nunez came with a full preseason to Liverpool and had 3 years and was playing under Klopp. Rizu says Slot's tactics of a front five and a back two in the last 10-15 minutes of a game, it's kind of crazy. I swear I've seen like 5 times now. Yeah. Jamrock, at what point does Slot go to career survival mode?
What would be considered career survival mode?
Just
like trying to make sure he can get another job, you mean?
No, just trying to stop the leak and maybe dropping players like Salah, etc.
Oh, I don't know. Do you know what is really annoying is that the Villa game and the Real Madrid game were good games and we looked confident again, and you just thought we turned the corner, and then that Man City game was just so lackluster. It's just so confusing. So confusing. I don't know. It's weird.
Jamrock says, oh no, I've read that one. Sorry. Jay, Kanai have been crap this season. I've been saying this, Jay. I'm not saying Guehi's crap. That's why he's not going to help us. I'm saying tactically and how teams play against us, Guehi is not going to look like the Guehi at Crystal Palace. Guehi is playing in a back three for Crystal Palace, and they play a low block at Crystal Palace. And Tariq Mitchell is constantly helping Guehi. There is not once where I see Guehi isolated 1v1 or 2-on-1. I rarely see that with Guehi. Tariq Mitchell's there and Lacroix's there. They play a back three with wing backs who defend. Tariq Mitchell's one of the better defensive left backs in the league. They have Adam Wharton in the team who provides protection to the back line.
Remember though, he does play well for England in the back
different systems.
Guehi does play well for England in a back four.
Who've England been playing, Drift?
No, I know, but he still does it though. I'm just saying.
Again, I'm not saying Guehi's going to come and tank, but this notion that we're going to go up a level or two if Guehi comes as a team, I think he's putting unrealistic expectations on Marc Guéhi when the actual formation and the tactics are bad.
No, but is anybody really saying that, or are we just wanting the bodies? Isn't it more we just want the bodies in the door, though, bro? I don't know if anyone's actually saying they think he's gonna like make us way better.
No, but the notion is if Guehi signs tomorrow, the expectation from a lot of Liverpool fans would be start him ahead of Konate, which is what I would
that's
do
just
right
because
now.
the Konate's form.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's what I would do right now. But Guehi is what 4 or 5 inches shorter than Konate and not as good in the air. How many times is Konate having to head balls away? He's not quicker than Konate over the ground, and we play a much higher. He's going to go from playing the low block with protection in front of him, next to him, and on both sides to he ain't got no right back next to him. It's just him and Virgil because we ain't got no DM either. In order to get the best out of Marc Guéhi, we'd have to change the tactics. But you can say that about all of our defenders because they're all and not all of our defenders. Our centre backs are hung out to dry. They're hung out to dry every game. I rarely see Saliba and Gabriel 2v2. I rarely see it. I
No,
rarely
but
see it.
that is because of the way they play, though, isn't it? Like the system is obviously way more defensive, isn't it?
If we go to a back three, then I'm all good for it. If we go to a back three and we use Guehi in a back three, fantastic. But to bring Guehi in and hang him out to dry, which is what we've been doing to the others, I think would be criminal. Jamrock, Zeno the Bast is pretty good ball playing centre back. I've heard good things about him, but I can't say I've watched him specifically, so I can't really comment on that one, Jamrock. AJ Knows Ball says Slot will go out on his word. Hashtag justice on his sword. Sorry, justice for Federico. Yeah, maybe. I don't know where we go from here, man. It's dark at the moment. It's really dark.
It's very dark. I'm just putting a team together quickly, bro, that I would play. I just want to get your opinion. And this is based on the injuries as well that we have, obviously. I know you'll probably say play, what's his name at right back? And that's fair, like if because he is a natural right back. But what do you think of doing this? And playing two banks of four if we want to like try and be a bit more defensive, defensively structured, have two banks of four, let Ekitike be a striker, but maybe drop in a bit, maybe to help in midfield if we're getting outnumbered a little bit. But how do you feel about going to a 4-4-2 and getting both of our strikers on the pitch?
I'm not feeling the idea of playing Verts left midfield, and I'm definitely not feeling the idea of playing Jones right back.
That's the part we can change. I was just quickly putting a team together to show you.
At this point, I don't have a massive issue with playing 4-4-2. I just would like to see Verts playing his natural position. I didn't buy Verts to be a left midfielder.
No, but we're doing horses for courses at the moment to stop the bleeding, isn't it? This isn't where he's going to play forever or whatever. We're just doing, and if we're being honest, he has actually had more of his good performances playing left than central. So I'm just going off of the premise of like, and remember, I'm only putting Jones.
He's had one good performance playing off the left, and that was against Real Madrid.
Would everybody actually play Ramsey in the big games now, even though he's had no game time?
Yes, he's a right back. He's a right back.
Okay, all right. So let me change that then. Is that how do you do the thing where you actually swap him out as a player, bro? Can you remember?
You have to scroll down and press remove, and then put in a different player.
Oh, okay. Does Ramsey spell his name differently, or is he just not in the database?
Ramsay.
Oh, A. Oh, okay. Oh, there he is. All right, so I'll put Ramsey at right back then because that's what everyone wants. And then who would you play left instead of Verts then?
It's got to be Cody, isn't it?
Oh, okay. How do you think that team will fare against PSV and West Ham? I think we get two victories with that team in the next two games.
Me personally, I'd drop Isak and I'd play Verts behind Ekitike.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of 4-4-2 because I don't think we've got a winger for the left-hand side that can give us what we need.
I would want him to tuck in a bank of four anyway, Cal. That's the point. I want us to be more structured and harder to play against. Do you get what I mean? And that's why I'm playing the two strikers and just hoping it can be like old school back in the day where you just get the ball up to the forwards and they make something happen. Do you get what I mean? Like, but let's have two solid banks of four that like keep us structured and do you know what I mean? We're not easy to play through and we're not easy to get at. Do you get what I mean? So, all right, what about that team then there? Do you think that would you be all right with that team for the next two games?
I'm willing to give it a go. Well, I would think what I'd prefer is actually going three at the back.
Yeah, I know you prefer that. Some people are saying they'd prefer if it was a diamond. I hear that. If we was to play so it would basically be.
If we're doing diamond, it can't be Chiesa and Gakpo.
So if we were doing diamond, would you say maybe Sobo plays wide of that diamond and then Wirtz plays in the middle?
You'd go Wirtz in the 10.
Would that be, and then you just swap Gakpo with Isak?
You could do that. I'd swap Chiesa out for Jones.
How about that then? Is that a team everyone would be happy with if we went into the next 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, look, the formation is one thing, is how the tactics are employed is another. I don't know if Wirt's going to be available for the PSV game as well.
Yeah, I heard he's touch and go, innit? I heard he's touch and go. That's another thing. How bad is Wirtz's actual injury? You know, when we're like, it's kind of like, we kind of glossed over it as a fan base.
Slot said it weren't too bad, to be fair.
Yeah, I hope not anyway, because you know they lied to us.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to that sort of stuff, you don't really tell too many lies, to be fair.
You know what? Whether it be diamond or the flat 4-4-2, either way, I think those are very good teams that can get us back into some winning form. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be mad at that formation if I saw that lineup against PSV. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
I don't know, man. I don't see how this changes. Cook says, if Chiesa is fit, why does he keep on denying Italy? I don't know. I feel as though Chiesa feels like he's going to be wasting his time going on international duty if he's not going to get game time. So, Mark, hey, do you know what, Mark? As we speak, I'm going to message you.
How about this team, Carl?
I'm not a fan of Ekitike off the left, but it needs a must. Got to do what we got to do.
He'd be better than Gakpo at the moment.
I don't know if he would be.
I think because he just seems more confident at the moment. So would you put Ekitike up front and put Gakpo wide in that formation?
I'm not starting Isak right now. He's like Ekitike has to start up top right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you put Ekitike up front and put Gakpo in on the wing instead, yeah.
Either Gakpo or Rio. In fact, bun it. Let's go Rio in it.
Is everyone all right? How's it? How would everyone feel about that?
I'm willing to try it. Genuinely willing to try it.
What is quite interesting and is good to a degree as well is that nobody is upset at the idea of Salah being out the team based on his form. Because normally you'd probably get a lot of people like, nah, you got to play Salah regardless.
Oh no, we'll get in the comment. No, we'll get in the comment section. We definitely will get in the comment section.
Or here's what you could possibly do, bro. Yeah, in this scenario, if we're talking about the fact that the knock could be like, you know, he could be out for a little while longer or whatever. What you actually could do is you could play Salah in the 10. You could actually keep that same formation and play Salah behind the front man. Get him more central where he might have a little bit more time.
He'd probably have he'd have less time playing centrally.
What if he's off the front man though? So he's like
Yeah,
in
you'd
that
have
little
way,
pocket.
yeah.
You know that little pocket you get in between the middle.
Central areas, you have way less time than when you're wide.
I mean, to be fair, it's not even really time he's struggling with. It's just decision making, isn't it? Like he's getting the ball and he's just not making the right decisions. It's not even really about time. But I think with his passing ability, I don't know, man. Playing him centrally might be something that could work for us.
I don't know, Driftman.
Salah's definitely capable of playing in a 10. I'll be very shocked if people don't think Salah's capable of playing in a 10. But I don't know.
Big up, Mark. I've just hit you up, Mark. So yeah, when you get a chance, bro, we'll talk, bro. We'll talk. Drift, I don't know, man. Obviously, we got preview tomorrow for the PSV game. Famous last words. I think we'll beat PSV, but West Ham, bro, looking dark.
The only solace I can take is that Bournemouth scored 2 goals, even when West Ham were 2-0 up. So they're susceptible to letting goals. So hopefully we get some goals against them. That's the only thing I can hold on to right now.
Yeah, we're susceptible to conceding as well.
We are. Hey, do you know what it's almost seeming like? Real talk. That was it. It was the Frankfurt game. That's the only game we've conceded first and won this season. Every other game, if we score first, we win. If we concede first, we lose. Literally. The Frankfurt game's the only one that was different. So I'm literally looking at Cal and I'm like, if we don't score first against West Ham, we lose. Like that's literally kind of what it is now. It's we know the outcome of the game based on who gets the first goal. Opposition gets the first goal, we've lost. We get the first goal, we won. So we better bloody score first against PSV and West Ham.
I mean, we leak goals, so I don't even know if it makes a difference.
But that is quite a crazy stat, though, isn't it? That other than that one game, the outlier, we've won every game we've scored first, and we've lost every game we've conceded first. It's actually mad when you think about it.
I hear it. Boy, oh boy, bro, you got anything coming up on your channel?
Yes, tomorrow I will be doing Chelsea Barcelona, guys, which I think is going to be a fun big game. So come and join me on Big Up for that one, man. Chelsea versus Barcelona in the Champions League.
Cool. People, you know what to do. Do smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. May potentially be dropping the video tomorrow. Just going to see how timing works out and whether the video is still time sensitive or not. So make sure you look out for that. Otherwise, go and check out Just Big Up. I think Matt might be on Big Up tomorrow as well. So go and check him out as well. And then, yeah, people, leave your comments. Do subscribe if you're new to the channel. On the road to 40k subscribers, almost there as well. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Don't you have your reaction video from the UFC as well that people could go over and check out?
Not for Qatar. I was meant to do a video. I might sneak in a video now before I go on Monty's channel.
Okay. I thought it was already out. So
yeah. Got a few.
Did you enjoy it at the weekend?
Yeah, I told you that's my happy place now. Right.
I stopped watching after the Bilal fight. So I think what did I miss? I just missed the final fight.
Yeah.
The last fight. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that Garrett, like I don't really know much about him, but he looks good though.
He's very good. He's just very cringy sometimes.
I like him. He looks
just
good.
Cringy sometimes. But yeah.
Oh, what, like on the mic when he talks?
Yeah. UFC is my happy place, man. That's my happy place.
I hear it.
People, you'll be redirected over to Sam. So stick here, and then you'll be over on his channel, and then I'll be over on Mont's channel at about 12 o'clock. People, that's another one. Please, as I said, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and blessings for the comments, for the super chats, especially all those who took time out to donate as well. And bless up to you all, man. Appreciate you all. And look out tomorrow for the preview as well. Till we see you again. Stay safe, stay blessed. The Kop-ish right, people. Take care.
Peace.
Thank you.